In the intricate dance of daily existence, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, swept away by waves of stress, unexpected challenges, and the ceaseless demands of modern life. Many of us strive to find a sense of balance, a calm within the storm, yet that pursuit often feels elusive. But imagine for a moment, amidst work deadlines, strained relationships, and personal setbacks, you remain composed, unshaken, and resolute. It sounds like a distant ideal, but such a state is not beyond reach. This vision lies at the heart of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy whose teachings have endured for centuries, offering timeless wisdom to those seeking strength and tranquility. Stoicism is not just a theoretical framework or an abstract set of ideals, but a practical guide to living with purpose and resilience. Rooted in the writings of thinkers like Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, and Seneca, this philosophy invites us to cultivate mastery over our inner world. It teaches that while we cannot always control external events, we can govern our thoughts, reactions, and attitudes, turning adversity into opportunity and chaos into clarity. In today's fast-paced, unpredictable world, the relevance of Stoic principles has only grown stronger. Whether you're wrestling with emotional turmoil, grappling with professional uncertainty, or simply yearning for a more profound sense of meaning, the teachings of Stoicism provide a roadmap to navigate life's storms with grace and strength. These principles are not esoteric. They are tools, actionable strategies that can empower you to reclaim control over your mind and emotions. As we explore these transformative lessons, we embark on a journey of self-improvement and self-discovery. Through understanding and applying the wisdom of Stoicism, you can forge a life anchored in purpose, unshakable in the face of life's tempests, and enriched by a sense of enduring peace. This is not merely about surviving the storm, but thriving within it, harnessing its force to propel yourself forward. Let us now dive deeply into the heart of Stoic philosophy and uncover the keys to building a life of resilience, freedom, and fulfillment. 1. Purpose as an anchor. In the ever-changing tides of life, a firm purpose is the compass that keeps us steady. Without it, we drift aimlessly, vulnerable to every external force, whether it be the expectations of others, unforeseen setbacks, or the fleeting distractions of modern life. A purpose, however, is not something stumbled upon by chance. It is deliberately forged through moments of deep introspection and self-awareness. As Epictetus reminds us, difficulties show a person's character, and the greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. This idea is a philosophical observation and a profound call to action. To discover a purpose is to engage in a journey of uncovering what truly matters to you, your values, principles, and the legacy you wish to leave behind. It transcends superficial goals like career milestones or material achievements. It is about asking yourself, what kind of person do I aspire to be? What principles will guide my life, even in adversity? These questions demand courage, honesty, and a willingness to peel back the layers of external influences to reveal the core of your being. When you find your purpose, it becomes an anchor, grounding you amidst the chaos. Challenges that once seemed insurmountable become stepping stones toward your more excellent vision. Imagine facing a storm with the clarity of a sailor who knows their destination. The winds may howl, and the waves may crash, but your focus remains steadfast. A clear purpose shrinks the world's noise, silences doubt, and transforms even the most complex trials into meaningful growth. However, purpose is not static. It must be nurtured and protected. This requires ongoing effort and commitment. Life will inevitably test your resolve, presenting obstacles that may tempt you to stray from your path. But the purpose, when deeply ingrained, serves as a guiding light. It reminds you why you began the journey in the first place and provides the strength to persevere, even in the face of failures or setbacks. The purpose is not simply a destination, but a way of navigating life with intention. It is the lens through which every decision and action is filtered. Cultivating this anchor is not easy, but it is profoundly rewarding. It offers a life of direction, resilience, and fulfillment, a life where external events lose their power to dictate your inner peace. Through the wisdom of Stoicism, you can find this anchor and with it, the unwavering strength to thrive in a chaotic world. 2. Mastering emotional control. While deeply human, emotions often feel like unruly forces, sweeping us away from reason and clarity. Yet, at the core of Stoic philosophy lies a profound truth. Our feelings do not arise from events, but from our perceptions of those events. This understanding offers a liberating insight. Not the external world disturbs us, but how we interpret and react to it. Mastering emotional control is not about suppression or denial. It is about cultivating the inner discipline to observe emotions without being ruled by them. The Stoics teach us that emotional control begins with awareness. When a wave of anger, fear, or frustration arises, pause and reflect. Ask yourself, what is the true source of this feeling? Is it something within my control, or am I allowing external forces to dictate my inner state? This moment of reflection creates a gap between stimulus and response, a powerful space where reason can prevail over impulsive reactions. Building this discipline requires practice. Start small with daily habits that strengthen your ability to manage emotions. For example, set modest, achievable goals and celebrate their completion, reinforcing your confidence and control. Practice mindfulness, focusing on the present moment rather than dwelling on past grievances or future anxieties. Each deliberate step helps you develop the mental muscle to remain calm in even the most turbulent situations. The Stoics often compared emotional mastery to the work of an artisan. Just as a blacksmith hones their craft through repeated effort, we must train our minds to respond with composure. Consider the baker who dedicates themselves to perfecting their craft, unmoved by praise or criticism, focusing only on their commitment to excellence. Similarly, we must cultivate a mindset that values inner stability over external validation. Emotional control also involves setting boundaries, not just with others, but with ourselves. Be mindful of what you allow into your mental space. Toxic relationships, negative media, and harmful thoughts are like clutter in the home of your mind. Clear them out and replace them with uplifting influences, constructive ideas, and meaningful pursuits that align with your values. By mastering your emotions, you can navigate life with clarity and resilience. Challenges lose their sting, criticism becomes an opportunity for growth, and setbacks transform into lessons. Emotional control is not about being unfeeling. It is about feeling deeply yet responding wisely. It is the art of aligning your inner world with the principles you hold dear, creating a life of harmony, strength, and purpose. This mastery is attainable through Stoicism and essential for living with true freedom. 3. Guarding the mind. Your mind is your sanctuary, the inner temple where clarity, strength, and wisdom reside. Yet, in the chaos of modern life, this sacred space is often bombarded by negativity. Whether it's from toxic relationships, the endless scroll of social media, or self-doubts that creep in during quiet moments. The Stoics understood the profound importance of guarding the mind, likening it to tending a garden. If left unchecked, weeds of negativity will overrun it, but with care and intention, it can flourish into a place of peace and resilience. Guarding the mind begins with awareness of what we allow into our mental space. Just as you would not invite disorder into your home, why permit harmful thoughts or influences to linger in your mind? This means being intentional about the people you spend time with, the media you consume, and the inner dialogue you nurture. Negative voices, whether external or internal, can cloud your judgment and drain your energy. Instead, Seek out uplifting influences, books that challenge and inspire, conversations that expand your perspective, and relationships that nurture your growth. Setting boundaries is a critical part of this practice. Imagine your mind as a fortress with gates that you alone control. Not every idea or influence deserves an entry. Guard your mental space with the same vigilance you would your most treasured possessions. When faced with negativity, pause and ask, does this serve my purpose? Does it align with my values? If the answer is no, let it pass without taking root in your thoughts. A disciplined mind also requires regular cultivation. Practices like mindfulness and meditation help you stay present and aware, enabling you to recognize negative patterns before they take hold. These practices create a calm space, allowing you to observe your thoughts without becoming entangled. Over time, this awareness builds the mental strength to focus on what truly matters while letting go of distractions. Guarding the mind is not about avoiding reality or suppressing difficult emotions, but about fostering a mental environment supporting growth. Just as a sculptor chisels away at the marble to reveal a masterpiece, you must remove what is unnecessary and harmful to uncover your inner potential. Through this practice, the storms of life lose their power to overwhelm you, and your mind becomes a source of clarity, purpose, and unshakable peace. In the Stoic tradition, guarding the mind is not just a personal endeavor, but an essential step toward living a life of wisdom and fulfillment. When you protect your mental space, you create the foundation for resilience, ensuring that external turmoil cannot disrupt your inner harmony. This is the path to freedom, the quiet strength that comes from knowing you control your thoughts and, ultimately, your life. 4. Accepting criticism gracefully. Criticism is an unavoidable part of life, yet for many, it feels like a personal attack, igniting defensiveness or self-doubt. The Stoics, however, saw criticism differently. To them, it was not a source of harm but an opportunity for growth. They believed that how we respond to criticism reveals the strength of our character and the clarity of our purpose. By embracing this perspective, we can transform even the harshest feedback into a tool for self-improvement. The first step in handling criticism is self-awareness. When others critique your actions or choices, pause and reflect. Is there truth in their words? This requires honesty and humility, a willingness to confront your imperfections without letting your ego stand in the way. If the criticism is valid, it becomes a guide, pointing you toward areas where you can improve. It offers a chance to practice patience and restraint if it's unwarranted. In both cases, you emerge stronger and wiser. To accept criticism gracefully is to see it as information, not an attack. This mindset shifts your focus from defensiveness to curiosity. What can this critique teach you? What might it reveal about the person offering it? Criticism often says as much about the giver as it does about the receiver. By examining the intent and context of the feedback, you gain valuable insight, not only about yourself but also about others and their perspectives. Responding with patience and gentleness is another hallmark of the Stoic approach. Imagine a stone weathering the elements, unmoved by wind or rain. Similarly, you can remain steady in the face of criticism, choosing your response thoughtfully rather than impulsively. This doesn't mean passively accepting all feedback, but engaging constructively. If the criticism is harsh, respond with calmness. If it's misguided, offer clarity without condescension. Developing a thick skin is also crucial. This isn't about becoming indifferent to others' opinions, but building resilience. Understand that not all criticism is about you. Often, it reflects the critic's insecurities or frustrations rather than your flaws. By depersonalizing criticism, you free yourself from the emotional burden it might carry, allowing you to focus on what truly matters, your principles and goals. Finally, let criticism inspire gratitude. Each feedback, whether positive or negative, offers a chance to learn. Even the most cutting remarks can remind you of your strength and capacity to remain composed. You embody the Stoic ideal of turning obstacles into opportunities by viewing criticism as a teacher rather than a threat. In the end, criticism is inevitable, but its power over you is not. By approaching it with humility, patience, and self-awareness, you transform it from a source of pain into a stepping stone on your path to growth. The Stoics remind us that our worth is not determined by others' opinions, but by our adherence to our values and commitment to living wisely. Let criticism refine you, not define you. 5. Transforming offense into strength. Offense is a natural human experience, often arising when others' words or actions challenge our sense of self. Yet, the Stoics teach us that the power of offense lies not in the act itself, but in our reaction to it. It is not what happens that harms us, but how we perceive and respond. This profound insight invites us to reclaim our agency and transform offense into an opportunity for growth and resilience. When someone offends us, the immediate instinct is often emotional: anger, frustration, or resentment. However, Stoicism offers a different path. Pause, reflect, and choose. Instead of reacting impulsively, ask yourself, why do I feel offended? Is my reaction rooted in truth, or am I allowing my ego to dictate my emotions? This moment of introspection creates a space where reason can guide your response, allowing you to rise above the initial sting of offense. Transforming offense begins with understanding. Every person operates from their perspective, shaped by their experiences, insecurities, and struggles. Considering this, you can approach their actions with empathy rather than animosity. This doesn't mean excusing harmful behavior, but recognizing that the offense often reveals more about the offender than it does about you. Empathy shifts your focus from blame to understanding, empowering you to respond with composure. Cognitive reframing is another powerful tool. Instead of viewing an offense as an attack, see it as an opportunity to strengthen your patience, self-awareness, and emotional discipline. Each time you resist the urge to retaliate, you build inner fortitude. Imagine a craftsman honing their skills. Every moment of restraint is like sharpening a blade, preparing you to navigate life with greater precision and strength. Forgiveness also plays a central role in this transformation. Holding onto offense is like carrying a heavy burden. It weighs you down and clouds your perspective. By choosing to forgive, you free yourself from the emotional chains of resentment. Forgiveness is not about condoning the offense, but releasing its hold on your mind and heart. It is an act of liberation, allowing you to move forward with clarity and peace. Finally, the offense is a mirror, reflecting our vulnerabilities. Use it as an opportunity for self-examination. Ask, what does this reaction reveal about me? What can I learn about my values, boundaries, and emotional triggers? This introspection turns the offense into a teacher, guiding you toward deeper self-understanding and growth. The Stoics remind us that life will always present challenges, including the words and actions of others. But by reframing offense as a chance to cultivate empathy, discipline, and forgiveness, you can transform it from a source of pain into a stepping stone for resilience. Offense is not a threat, but an invitation, a call to rise above, grow stronger, and embody Stoic philosophy's wisdom. 6. Overcoming fear and shame. Fear and shame, though deeply ingrained in the human experience, often act as barriers to growth and fulfillment. Fear paralyzes us, keeping us from taking risks or embracing new opportunities, while shame anchors us to past mistakes, clouding our self-worth. The Stoics, however, teach that these emotions are not inherent truths but interpretations, shadows cast by our minds. By confronting them with courage and self-awareness, we can transform fear and shame into powerful allies in our journey toward personal mastery. Fear often arises from the unknown or the anticipation of failure. It feeds on uncertainty, growing stronger as we avoid it. To overcome fear, the Stoics encourage us to face it directly, dissecting it with reason. Ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of? Is this fear grounded in reality, or am I magnifying its power through my imagination? Breaking fear into specific components diminishes its grip, revealing it as less formidable than it initially appeared. Consider the example of public speaking, a common source of fear. The apprehension often stems from the worry of judgment or making mistakes. But by examining this fear through a Stoic lens, you realize that mistakes are human and judgment is fleeting. Each attempt, no matter how imperfect, is a step toward mastery. By facing your fear incrementally, starting with small, low-stakes opportunities, you weaken its hold and build confidence with every effort. Shame, on the other hand, is a weight born from past actions or societal expectations. It whispers that we are unworthy or flawed, keeping us tethered to regret. Yet, the Stoics remind us that our past does not define us. Our response to it does. When confronted with honesty and compassion, shame becomes a catalyst for growth. Reflect on your actions openly. What can I learn from this experience? How can it guide me to become a better version of myself? This process of reflection transforms shame from a source of self-loathing into a teacher of resilience and wisdom. Self-forgiveness is a crucial step in overcoming shame. Holding on to guilt serves no purpose but to hinder progress. To forgive yourself is not to excuse your mistakes, but to accept them as part of your journey. It is an act of courage and self-respect, freeing you to move forward with clarity and purpose. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of action in dispelling fear and shame. You reinforce your inner strength by small, deliberate steps toward what intimidates or burdens you. No matter how minor, each act of bravery chips away at the walls these emotions construct. Over time, you realize that what once seemed insurmountable is now a source of your strength. Ultimately, overcoming fear and shame requires a mindset rooted in patience, self-compassion, and persistence. These emotions are not obstacles to be avoided, but challenges to be embraced. The more you face them, the more you grow, transforming vulnerabilities into virtues. Fear and shame lose their power through Stoic wisdom, leaving you free to pursue a life of courage, authenticity, and fulfillment. 7. Anticipating obstacles. Life is a journey filled with uncertainties, and while we cannot predict every twist and turn, we can prepare ourselves to face them with grace and resilience. The Stoics teach the profound importance of anticipation, not as a form of pessimism, but as a deliberate practice of readiness. By envisioning challenges before they arise, we cultivate the mental strength to respond calmly and effectively, transforming potential setbacks into opportunities for growth. This practice, known as premeditation malorum, the premeditation of evils, encourages us to prepare for mental difficulties. It is not about dwelling on negativity, but envisioning possible scenarios and equipping ourselves with the tools to handle them. Imagine you are about to embark on a substantial project. Instead of unquestioningly hoping for smooth sailing, you pause to consider, what obstacles might I encounter? How can I respond to them constructively? By rehearsing these possibilities, you reduce the element of surprise and approach challenges with clarity and confidence. Anticipating obstacles also fosters adaptability. Life rarely follows a perfect script, and rigid expectations often lead to frustration. By accepting the inevitability of change and preparing for it, you develop a mindset of flexibility. When plans go awry, you are less likely to panic and more inclined to adjust course with composure. This adaptability is not a sign of weakness but wisdom, reflecting the Stoic ideal of flowing with life's currents rather than resisting them. Equally important is maintaining a balanced perspective when anticipating difficulties. While preparing for challenges is crucial, Recognizing your strengths and resources is just as vital. Reflect on past experiences where you overcame adversity. What qualities or strategies helped you succeed? Acknowledging these capabilities reinforces your confidence and ensures that preparation does not devolve into fear or anxiety. Regular reflection is another key to mastering this practice. Review the challenges you have faced and the lessons they have taught you. This self-assessment sharpens your ability to foresee obstacles and refine your strategies for overcoming them. With each reflection, you become more adept at navigating life's complexities. The Stoics understood that true power lies not in avoiding difficulties, but in facing them with courage and intention. By anticipating obstacles, you shift your focus from external circumstances to internal readiness. This practice strengthens your resolve, enabling you to meet life's uncertainties with unwavering calm. In the words of Epictetus, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Let this wisdom guide you as you prepare to endure challenges and thrive in their midst. 8. Building inner strength. Inner strength is not something we are born with. It is cultivated through deliberate effort, reflection, and persistence. The Stoics teach us that true strength comes from within, rooted in our ability to govern our thoughts, attitudes, and actions rather than being swayed by external circumstances. It is a quiet, resilient force that allows us to face life's adversities with courage and composure, emerging stronger with each challenge. The foundation of inner strength is self-awareness. To navigate life's storms, you must first understand your values, triggers, and the principles guiding your decisions. This clarity acts as a compass, ensuring your internal world remains steady even when external chaos threatens to overwhelm you. Self-awareness allows you to separate what is within your control from what is not, a distinction the Stoics emphasized as central to achieving peace. By focusing your energy on what you can influence, your thoughts, reactions, and choices, you reclaim your power and free yourself from unnecessary turmoil. Building inner strength also requires embracing adversity as a teacher. The Stoics viewed challenges not as obstacles to avoid but as opportunities to grow. No matter how painful, each setback teaches resilience and perseverance. When faced with difficulty, ask yourself, what can I learn? How can this experience shape me into a more substantial, wiser person? This shift in perspective transforms hardships into stepping stones, strengthening your character and fortifying your resolve. Gratitude is another vital component of inner strength. By focusing on what you have rather than your lack, you cultivate a mindset of abundance and contentment. Even in moments of struggle, there is always something to be grateful for. A supportive friend, a lesson learned, or the opportunity to try again. Gratitude grounds you in the present and reminds you of your inherent resilience, allowing you to face challenges with a balanced and hopeful perspective. Community and connection also play a role in nurturing inner strength. While the Stoics championed self-reliance, they recognized the importance of supportive relationships. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you and challenge you to grow while offering encouragement in times of need. These connections provide a wellspring of strength, reminding you that you are never alone on your journey. Finally, inner strength is about consistency, showing up daily with intention, even when the path feels complex or unclear. It is built through small, deliberate acts, practicing mindfulness, setting boundaries, and staying committed to your values. Over time, these actions become habits, reinforcing your ability to remain calm and grounded no matter what life brings. In the Stoic tradition, inner strength is not about denying vulnerability or suppressing emotions, but understanding them and choosing responses that align with your higher purpose. It is the art of transforming trials into triumphs, weakness into wisdom, and fear into fortitude. By cultivating this strength, you create a foundation of resilience and peace, empowering you to face life's uncertainties with unwavering confidence and grace. 9. Practicing restraint. Restraint is the art of measured action, a virtue that allows us to navigate life with wisdom and intentionality. Practicing restraint is a radical yet profoundly liberating choice in a world that often glorifies impulsive reactions and immediate gratification. The Stoics teach us that true strength lies not in uncontrolled displays of emotion or action, but in the quiet discipline of choosing our responses carefully, aligning them with our values and long-term goals. Restraint begins with self-awareness. It requires us to recognize our impulses, the sudden surge of anger, the temptation to indulge, the urge to retaliate, and pause before acting. This moment of reflection creates a critical space where reason can take the lead. Ask yourself, will this action serve my purpose? Does it reflect the person I strive to be? This simple yet powerful question often reveals that many immediate reactions are fleeting and unworthy of our energy. The practice of restraint also demands patience. In a society that prizes instant results, delaying gratification and trusting the process takes courage. Whether resisting the temptation to respond harshly in an argument or choosing to work steadily toward a long-term goal, restraint teaches us to value enduring outcomes over fleeting satisfaction. It reminds us that progress is built not through haste but perseverance and thoughtful action. Restraint is equally vital in our interactions with others. Words, once spoken, cannot be taken back, and thoughtless remarks can damage relationships or reputations. The Stoics advise us to talk less but with greater purpose. Before expressing your thoughts, consider their impact. Are my words constructive? Do they align with my values? Will they foster understanding or division? This mindful approach to communication strengthens bonds and enhances mutual respect. Building restraint is not about suppressing your emotions or avoiding action altogether. It's about channeling your energy wisely. For example, instead of lashing out in anger, use that energy to address the root cause of the issue constructively. Instead of indulging in distractions, focus on activities that align with your purpose. Restraint allows you to act from a place of strength and clarity rather than being driven by fleeting emotions or desires. Practicing restraint also means setting boundaries, both with others and with yourself. Just as a river gains power from its banks, our lives gain focus and direction when we establish clear limits. Boundaries protect your time, energy, and mental space, ensuring you invest them in meaningful pursuits. Restraint is not easy to master. It requires daily effort and reflection. But with practice, it becomes a source of profound freedom. You reclaim control over your life by choosing your actions intentionally rather than reacting impulsively. You align your behavior with your values, creating a sense of harmony and purpose that external circumstances cannot shake. In the Stoic tradition, restraint is a cornerstone of wisdom. It is not a sign of weakness but of immense inner strength, the ability to hold steady in the face of temptation, provocation, or impatience. By cultivating restraint, you pave the way for a life of integrity, clarity, and true fulfillment, guided by the principles that matter most to you. 10. Living according to nature. To live according to nature is to align your life with the fundamental truths of existence, embracing who you are, accepting the cycles of life, and acting in harmony with the world around you. For the Stoics, this principle was the essence of a virtuous and fulfilling life. It invites us to step away from superficial desires and societal pressures, grounding ourselves in what is timeless, essential, and deeply human. Living according to nature begins with self-awareness. It requires you to look inward and ask, who am I at my core? What values and principles define me? By understanding your natural inclinations, strengths, and limitations, you gain clarity about the path that aligns with your authentic self. This is not about conforming to external expectations, but embracing your unique purpose and allowing it to guide your choices. At its heart, This principle is also about acceptance. Life, like nature, is a whole of transitions, growth, stability, decline, and renewal. Just as the seasons change, so do the phases of our lives. Resisting these cycles leads to frustration and suffering, but accepting them brings peace. When you understand that change is inevitable, you can approach life's transitions gracefully, seeing each phase as an opportunity for growth and transformation. Virtue is another cornerstone of living according to nature. The Stoics believe that virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance are the highest expressions of our rational and social nature. These virtues act as a compass, guiding us to make ethical decisions, act with integrity, and contribute to the well-being of others. Wisdom helps us discern the right path. Courage enables us to walk it despite fear. Justice ensures fairness in our actions, and temperance maintains balance and self-control. This way of living also calls for simplicity and focus. In a world filled with distractions and material excess, losing sight of what truly matters is easy. By prioritizing meaningful relationships, personal growth, and a life of purpose, you strip away the inessential and create space for what brings genuine joy and fulfillment. Simplicity is not about denying yourself pleasures, but seeking more profound satisfaction in what is lasting and trustworthy. Living according to nature extends beyond the self, encompassing your connection to others and the environment. As social beings, we thrive in community, and our actions impact the world around us. Empathy, compassion, and cooperation strengthen these bonds and foster a sense of belonging. Additionally, respecting the natural world and acting as stewards of its resources honors our place within the greater whole, ensuring harmony for future generations. Gratitude and mindfulness further enrich this way of life. By appreciating the present moment and recognizing the abundance in your life, you cultivate a mindset of contentment and resilience. Mindfulness helps you act with intention, ensuring that your choices align with your values and reflect your highest self. Ultimately, living according to nature is a practice of alignment between your inner self, your actions, and the world around you. It is a commitment to authenticity, virtue, and harmony. The Stoics remind us that in living this way, we find peace and the profound fulfillment of being true to ourselves and our place in life's grand design. Let this principle guide you as a river flows effortlessly within its banks, creating a path of clarity, purpose, and enduring wisdom. Conclusion. As we conclude this journey into the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, let us pause to reflect on the profound truths we have uncovered. Life, with all its chaos and unpredictability, will constantly challenge us. Yet, not the external world defines us, but how we respond to it. The principles of Stoicism are not abstract ideas. They are tools for mastering our inner world, building resilience, and finding enduring peace amidst life's storms. Imagine a life where you are no longer swayed by fleeting emotions or the opinions of others. Picture yourself navigating challenges with clarity, turning obstacles into opportunities, and living with a purpose so firm that no external force can unsettle you. This is the power of Stoic philosophy, a way of life that empowers you to rise above adversity and create meaning in every moment. These teachings are not just ancient wisdom but a guide for modern life. They encourage us to pause, reflect, and act with intention, to master our minds, to guard our values, and to walk through life with strength and grace. By integrating these principles, you are not merely surviving the day-to-day. You are thriving, growing, and living in alignment with your true self. If this exploration has inspired you, consider this an invitation to continue your journey. Stoicism is not something we learn in a day. It is a lifelong practice, a daily commitment to self-improvement and wisdom. By embracing this path, you honor the legacy of great minds like Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, and Seneca while shaping your destiny. I encourage you to subscribe to this channel to deepen your understanding and continue growing alongside like-minded individuals to find more insights, reflections, and tools to help you live with purpose, resilience, and wisdom. Let us walk this path together, drawing strength from ancient philosophy and applying it to the challenges of our modern lives. Thank you for being a part of this transformative journey. If you found value in this content, share it with someone who might benefit, and stay connected for more lessons that can shape your mind and elevate your life. Together, let us embrace the teachings of Stoicism and cultivate a life of meaning, strength, and serenity. Stay grounded and intentional. I'll see you in the following video.